Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Chapman. You know, Albert, sometimes teams do real well. They go far in the playoffs, whatever. Then the next year there's a drop-off, and you're like, oh, the Stars going. And every once in a while, I've seen it. The guys that are back pick it up, and the star leaves and goes on to college or whatever, but the team reloads, and it's tough, and it looks like it's happening at Girard.
I really like that, George. I'm glad you let in with that. That sometimes, and he deserved it. Mark Way definitely deserved it. I'm not saying he didn't. He's a great player.
Yeah.
But sometimes those other kids are looking and saying, you know, we're pretty good too.
We're okay too. I agree.
You know what I mean? So they get their opportunity, and they showed with the start of a 3-0 record with a whooping of war on JFK 41-14 that their offense is still high-powered. 130 points through 3 games. That means they're going up and down the field.
45 a game, you're scoring.
Yeah. Quarterback Andrew Del Garbino is playing great. Nick Melito's playing great. And when you look at Jimmy Jones, who's doing everything for them, they are probably saying that at practice. We get a chance. We get a chance to be great again. Good luck to Mark at YSU, but let us make our legacy here at Girard. Craig Ham,
Wildcat there with Jones, they
has
said.
to be. He has to be doing everything, right?
Yeah.
Craig
I
Ham said
remember
that.
when that.
Craig Ham has been saying it over long. He said, listen.
Good athletes.
And I remember I got a call from you last week. Yeah, if you might forgot, you said the team that first started doing this all over the field, throwing it, running it, was Girard.
I had hair in my head. I remember I went to Niles and I'm looking at this thing. And there's 4 and 5 white guys spread out all over the floor.
Yes.
Every snap's a shotgun.
And our eyes were this big.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I wonder if this will work.
Yes.
I mean, this is a long time ago.
Right. And way before anybody else was doing it.
Yeah.
And
Now
Girard. Everybody does it. Everybody does it every week.
Yeah.
But Girard has made it an institution that when teams play them, they think they better outscore them. You know, if you're going to beat Girard, I don't think it's going to be 7-0.
No.
Very seldom.
I got a feeling.
Up and down the field.
Hey, let's talk about Youngstown. Guy calls our radio show all the time, and we talk, and what do you think? Oh, they have some transfers, this and that. Duquesne, I watched the coaches show last week. I said, they got some different cats,
right?
But they don't have the kind of cats they have at YSU.
That league gets you ready for anybody, anywhere.
No.
You know, you think that YSU is going to be worried about Duquesne when they have to play South Dakota State. We saw them with our own eyes. They're the best team we've seen all year.
No, they had Minnesota. Last play of the game, Minnesota.
Yes.
These teams, North Dakota State, South Dakota, you know, I'm sure like Eastern Washington. I'm sure Pitt plays Delaware. Don't fall asleep.
Oh, no.
Don't fall asleep, Panthers.
Yeah, and I said South Dakota State because I think they're the favorite this year for the first time. North Dakota, but you know, North Dakota State wins every year. But I do understand that league with Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa had Iowa State on them.
How about James Madison?
James Madison.
You know, now that West Virginia just rolled NC State. We thought West Virginia. I thought they were no good.
Yeah, these teams are all so good.
Oh my!
They have each of them have 10 great high school players that everybody wanted. Plus, most of them got 5 transfers that come back to the school.
Good way
they dominated Duquesne. The score is 34-14. They won their first 3 games. YSU has first time in a long time. I think 2012 that they've started like this, and now they after being Howard and after being Duquesne, they have an easy one coming up against Robert Morris. That will be 4-0 going into the league. Yeah. And the guy who calls from YSU, Penguin Joe, says if they get with the 4-0 out of
sure, it's crucial.
And now they go 4-4 in the league.
8-4 gets you in.
8-4 gets them. That's what he thinks will happen. They'll get the Mark Way. We talked about it earlier. Scored his first 2 touchdowns for Youngstown State. I like what he said. It was so much fun. That's what football's supposed to be, George. You know, sports is supposed to be that way.
Well, how about the Hines kid? 16 carries, 37 yards. You know, he's on the Walter Payton list, and I honestly, I didn't. I had a feeling this might happen. To me, there's such a difference.
I think so too.
And I don't look at St. Francis, Duquesne, and I don't look at them in the same light as I look at Youngstown, Delaware, James Madison, North Dakota, Eastern Washington. They're bigger boys to me.
And I think you're very intelligent.
Well, look at your score.
You could tell that way. I saw the line was 19.5, and that's what the line was. So they knew. So they knew YSU was 3 touchdowns better. That's what they thought coming in, and they proved it. YSU's playing really good defense, and in the area we've been talking about, there's a lot of great area team folks. So Slippery Rock, Westminster, and YSU. the team that plays the defense is going to win. And YSU's defense is really stepping up.
How about
this
Way
year.
with 2 TDs?
That's nice, isn't it?
Hey, let me ask you something, dude. They got to be some step running over here. 120 yards of penalties again after 130. He cannot.
Yeah, we saved that to
He's
the end.
never happy to start with.
Yes.
He can't be happy.
We saved that to the end. All the positive we've been giving the accolades.
We've been lauding them,
Yes. Now we'll tell you that they are not beating South Dakota
No
State.
10 penalties.
Not when you get double figure penalties. And I hope he's telling them that. I hope Bozeman is today saying, listen, boys, we're going straight to the steps.
No.
Coach, we're 3-0.
Right up. Let's go. Who's first? Get going.
We need to run some serious tests. I want some people throwing.
I don't have your attention.
Yes.
I obviously, if you're getting 10 penalties a game, I don't have your attention.
Assistant coach should be at the bottom of the steps with each of them with a bucket,
Right here.
with a pail, and say this pail is for a reason.
Line up
And
on
it's
side.
Another one,
Yep.
another one, until you figure out that listen,
Can't, yeah.
these penalties are going to cost us. And remember, our motto: discipline's what you do for somebody, not to somebody.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're still playing 12 weeks from now. They'll appreciate that run on the
You
steps.
know what else, too, Albert? The truth of the matter is, when you talk about teams, it goes back to the coach.
That's what happens.
Like when somebody says, did you see Notre Dame the other day? They had who did they jump right to? The coach.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one the other day, they were all, the Florida coach or Florida State or whomever. When there are penalties, people look right at the coach and they say no discipline.
Yeah, I have to say this, that the one thing the mentor, which is the coach, has to stress and has to get across to his kids is the discipline carries on off and on the field. That penalties are a direct result of you not carrying up about your teammates. I mean, there's
I'll just slug this guy after the whistle.
15 yards. So
Like
it happens every week. It drives me nuts.
Like yesterday, one of the Steelers, they hit Wilson
Just
with the
stupidity.
dirt, and he'll get a fine today or tomorrow. I saw it. He took 2 big steps and helmet defaced him, and it was all after the play.
That's not good football.
And I'm thinking,
That doesn't do anything.
what are you doing, pal? First of all, he didn't make a play all day, 51.
I know.
And secondly, you just don't care about your teammates.
Yeah, that's my number one.
Well, it
That's
feels good to me. I'm just going to cold cock this guy.
Yeah, these guys that get celebration penalties
Oh.
and get taunting and get late hits, and they should look at their teammates and have to face them and say, "What do you say to these guys?"
Sorry, guys. We could
Yeah.
have won.
I can understand dropping a pass. You don't try to drop a pass.
No.
You don't try to throw an interception.
No.
But you have to
But
control
this
it.
dancing.
Oh my
And
gosh!
I was telling Al the other day, I think the apocalypse is here, because I'm watching Michigan Army, and the Army guys are.
Made me cry. They made me cry.
They never did.
No,
Remember
Army
last
used to
year,
pick
Army
guys up.
Navy, there was a personal foul.
Yes.
We never saw that.
Never. Army always
they
pick
sing
their
the
guys
alma
up.
mater
They
with the
tackle
other
them
team.
hard, and they pick them up off the
Yeah.
ground and say, "I'm coming back again."
And what hurts me is they're getting better, and I don't want to
It's not supposed
correlate
to- It's
them.
not supposed to correlate. It is not supposed to correlate. That's a
But
good
a
point.
guy called me the other day and said something. I said, I remember back in the day, the Raiders were the most penalized team when they were good too, though. I mean, you
That's
hate,
when they had super talent.
Yeah.
I think they had 7 Hall of Famers.
they were a
on
little
the
rough
same
around
team.
the edges.
7 Hall of Famers on that team.
Okay.
Well, I think we have 7 Hall of Famers. Steelers too. Steelers were when the Steelers,
Steelers weren't- no.
They had a lot of penalties too.
They'd hit you.
You know what I mean? But I'm
Yeah.
just,
Coach Pelini doesn't like this. I'm saying that.
yeah, he doesn't.
Because he's
Yes.
old school. All right, let's talk Major League Baseball. I'm flipping a coin and I'm saying there's a playoff. There's going to be at least one playoff in one of these wild cards. Somehow, they're too close.
Yeah, I think it has to be in the National League because the American League. I think when I look at that, Oakland's got the easiest schedule.
got
going.
Oakland
They're in.
and,
Oakland's going to be in there.
Tampa instead of Cleveland?
And Tampa's going to be Cleveland. So
Wait.
I don't think it's happening in
Hey,
America.
you know what? I'm going to talk something. Glad you said it because you follow baseball closer than I do. I was reading about all these teams. It's the most ever with 90 wins, but a guy said it might be the most ever with there are many lousy teams too. See, I didn't give that a thought when I thought poor Cleveland.
Yeah.
But then I thought Baltimore, White Sox, Detroit, they're all in there. That's 66 games.
Yeah, we said that's why we thought Cleveland would. We thought Cleveland would hold on. Mm-hmm. But Ramirez injury, and that's what you can't predict that.
No.
The Ramirez injury wiped them out. He was just coming on like wildfire, hitting crazily. So now they're losing games that he was winning for them. You can't predict injuries, guys. And I know somebody will say, somebody replace him. You're not replacing Ramirez. You're not replacing him.
Let's talk about, because I want to ask you, who you like. So you're saying in the national. How about yesterday, Milwaukee Braun, 9th inning, 2-out grand slam.
I'm trying. You can look up this. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this one. Carlos Martinez had 11 straight saves. Didn't pitch in the game.
Don't get me.
You understand?
Please don't.
I want to know.
No, please. See, my health has been good. Don't.
In a pennant race that you gotta say we can't use this guy today.
Bases loaded.
He didn't pitch.
I'm trying to think. If he gets him out, they win the game.
But they had a not one lead. And the guy walked 3 straight guys.
Yeah.
Gant did. And I'm thinking.
You know, that's one thing about me. There's another thing. You know, the field goal kicking, I'd be worse than a reliever. If you walked a guy with
3
the
of them,
lead,
you walked 3 straight.
You'd never pitch.
So now they
again.
brought in a rookie, his 9th, that faced 1 batter.
You can't.
His 9th appearance.
You can't bring him into face. Was it Braun? Was it Braun?
I'm listening to it. I couldn't listen because
you knew what was going to happen.
I turned this off.
No, you shouldn't hit that
It
button.
was 1 and 2, then it was 2 and 2, then it was 3. I turned it off. Next day, 7-4. I'd see the score change.
Yeah.
But I looked it up because I wanted to know if Carlos Martinez is the guy that walked the 3 guys.
Right, you would have.
He didn't pitch.
No. So wild card,
That's analytics.
and then wild card in the National League.
Well, the Cubs are going to be in.
Cubs are going to be in.
So
we've got.
I know. I'm saying right now it's Washington Cubs. I'll say that right now.
Milwaukee's not going to make it. We're giving St. Louis the division.
I'm not giving St. Louis.
Aren't we?
Yet. Milwaukee can beat out St. Louis.
Yeah.
St. Louis is in one of those.
They
bad,
play
bad
again
things right
for.
now.
They play again. They play the Cubs 7 times.
Yeah,
too.
I'll say right now that I'll call it right now.
go.
I'll call we're going to lose. I'm going to call it Cubs win the division.
St. Louis.
Milwaukee
nothing.
Milwaukee and Washington get the wild card.
Okay. Well, you're big week. Washington with St. Louis. Is
I'm home and
huge.
wrong, but St. Louis, this is the way they play.
Strasburg and Scherzer too. You got to deal with Strasburg and Scherzer.
So we're home for 1.
Yeah.
You're not home for 2 in that.
No.
No, that's exactly right.
No, that's it. The
Yeah.
other league, we're pretty clear.
I'm on that one.
I'm
on that one. Oakland and Town basically.
This Oakland, I'm taking my hats off to Oakland because this is year. We always look in the spring who's going to win the over-unders. And 2 years ago we had Oakland. This year we looked. We said, I don't know. They're
the team.
I'm just taking them from
Yeah,
now
they do.
on
They
because
get-
somehow they
get it
undervalue
done.
them.
They get it done.
We'll put them at 77 and they'll win 88.
Yeah, they get it done. Of all the teams that get it done every year, it's Oakland.
All right, let's talk NCAA football. You know, people make the mistake and they'll go, well, week 4, there's not. First of all, just because there's no ranked versus unranked doesn't mean there are no upsets. And not only upsets, but tough games and games that will, down the road, mean something. Let's first talk about the big boys. Then we'll talk about this week. Like this week, I saw one already. I stayed up last night. I wanted to see the early line on Notre Dame and Georgia. 13.5?
Yeah, I knew it would be that.
I thought 11.
I thought it might be 15. So
Okay.
I think it's right where it's supposed to be.
Well, one of us is going to get rich and one of us isn't. Now, let's talk about the big boys. Bama, no matter what they do, they give a late touchdown, backdoor touchdown. Oh, I don't know. I mean, when they win by 24 on the road and it's not good enough,
That's where they're at.
Okay.
That's where they're at.
So you don't get fooled by that.
No. And when you win by 27 points, they're one of the 4 best teams.
Hey, yesterday I'm at breakfast. They don't know like you do, these guys. They're just casual fans. They're saying all about Alabama with telling the kids about not leaving the game early.
Right.
62-7.
Yes.
And they said something, and I said, here's the only tricky thing. I said, and no one could dislike Saban any more than I do. He's a bully. But he said the other day, a guy said about playing New Mexico State. He goes, I'll tell you what you do. You call some people and we'll play them. Now, they're not knocking his door down either.
Nobody is.
Do you want to play them?
No one's playing. Well, the reason, let's put it this way. It's a dual George Levy into this. He's right. Nobody wants to play him. But the reason they don't want to play him is they don't want to play all 11 games at Alabama.
They don't.
See,
play.
do you understand?
That's like Penn State.
That's the part he won't say.
Yeah, like Pitt. They'll take it 2-for-1, and Pitt won't do it. And Penn State's, okay, we'll play
And that's the
Cincinnati
bully in
because
there.
we're going to fill it up anyway.
And no one's scared, and they're scared to ask him. See, that bothered me.
No.
Somebody should raise their hand and say, Nick,
Yeah.
I think that Troy would love to play you.
Yeah.
But you're going to tell Troy they're coming to Alabama
You may be.
14 straight years.
Yeah.
This
all goes back to Joe Paterno. Let's give it. And the guy that stood up to him was McPherson.
Yes,
At Syracuse. Joe wanted 2 games to 1.
Every year.
And McPherson said, hey, we're not coming there twice. We're as good as you are.
Yeah.
And that started this whole, the Pitt-Penn State thing. It's still bitter. Ralph Cedric still hates Joe Paterno.
I see why. Pitt, that's his universe. That's him.
Yeah.
It's all Pitt.
Yeah,
That's why.
All right, let's talk Alabama. You like Tua.
Is
he a pro, though, Al?
Yeah, he's a pro.
Okay.
They changed their whole offense, by the way. Remember Alabama used to run the ball.
Yeah, they throw it.
They
spread
throw it every down. Them and the guys that really decided to finally throw it. LSU.
Oh, my.
No, LSU looks
you-
like Oklahoma.
Go Tigers.
They're
If you'd
throwing
have
the
told
ball
me he would throw 55 times
every
a game.
game.
There was
Every
a play
game.
in that Texas game where it just started slipping. Texas is at home. Bevo's going nuts to crap.
Yes.
3rd and long. Old days, that's a draw play and punt.
Right.
Down the field, first down, touchdown.
Oh, yes. They've changed
win.
Alabama and LSU. That used to be a game 9-6.
Oh,
They're going to play this year.
first one to 13.
No, it's going to be 41-40.
Without a doubt.
It is. Yeah,
All right, let's talk. Georgia.
that's my team.
Georgia,
That's
Notre
my
Dame.
team.
They have too many running backs, too many everything.
Georgia says everything.
They're going to crush Notre Dame.
I told you I think they are because I watched Notre Dame play Louisville, and I thought Louisville gave them all they wanted, and Georgia
For half.
and Georgia beat
For
Louisville,
half, they
and Georgia
did.
beat Louisville by 4.
How about Louisville the other day? Come back strong for it. They beat up old Western
No,
Kentucky.
Louisville's
Hey, you know what? I'm compelled to
decent.
list now. I have, we know the Georgias, the Alabamas,
Right.
but I'm working on my other list. Massachusetts, Western Kentucky,
those are real bad.
Kent State.
Yeah, Massachusetts is really
I
bad.
mean, my goodness.
That's the one that's really bad. Massachusetts.
Hey, but then they play the big boys. They do it for the money.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson. That performance in that Carrier Dome, the place was bananas.
Right.
That team's awful good.
Yeah. It'll be Clemson, Alabama, and Georgia playing for the national championship. I can write these 3 teams.
Ohio
down.
State, maybe.
You know, I think I'm not sold on Ohio State yet.
right.
I
You
think
need
they're
something
great.
more?
I just think that the other 3 teams. I've seen them all play.
Okay.
And I just think those other 3 teams are
Okay.
just so.
Well, they're going to have to
devastating.
win at Michigan. So Michigan this week, getting 3 at Wisconsin.
That's interesting.
I didn't know what that line would be. I looked at him. I'd love to root for Wisconsin. I love to root against khaki pants. But so what's the guy call our show? Call him Hairball.
Hairball the khaki.
Big
Yes.
Ohio State fan. Ohio State, we say we're going to see more.
Yeah, I want to see more because
Okay.
they always have that one game.
Okay.
They always
Here's
have that game.
we've
But I think
talked
they're-
about.
I think they're loaded, but they always have that one game.
All right, and we've talked about this one sleeper. There's a sleeper that I know you know and the fans know, but I was listening to a talk show the other day, and they called one of these guys, and he said, could you give me someone that may be off the radar a little bit? And they missed Utah Utes.
Yeah, you can't get off them.
No. They're at Southern Cal
Yeah,
this
that's a
week,
tough
though.
game this week.
How do you
Because
see
Southern
that?
Cal,
How do you
Southern
see
Cal's going to play their butts off this week. Utah's better, but I'm telling you, you go into Southern Cal, it's a tough place to win. It's not
But
so
I-
easy.
no,
That's
no.
why usually see Utah's getting 7. It's different.
See,
They're favored.
That's what we
Utah's
said. That,
favored.
we were talking the other day about Iowa State the same way. And
Yes.
somebody said something, and I said to the one guy, I said, yeah. I said, but the difference is they're giving the point.
Yeah, they know how good they are now. Yes.
How about that 1 point? Can you almost mark that down for a 1 point game or two
both
every
play
year?
the same way.
Exactly.
Those Iowa fans, they're great fans to watch too. Iowa and Iowa State, they love their football. They do.
That one in Iowa where they faced that
That's
pediatric
awesome.
cancer
Make you
award
cry.
for the kids.
Make
I
you cry,
I
yeah.
can't watch it. All right, let's talk a little bit about this. A lot of hard feelings in this part of the world, even though we're in Ohio, very close to the PA border. This Pitt-Penn State thing, I mean, there's an animosity there that Pitt feels, and it comes from the condescending attitude of Penn State.
And like you said, they get 106,000 fans, and Pitt gets 40.
Let's
so
play Cincinnati. 100 will come.
So I do understand where they're coming from. But I'm George heard me on Saturday. I'm a real traditionalist.
Yeah.
That I think Pitt and Penn State should be playing forever. It was proven that Penn State's not 1,000 points better than them.
No, they're not.
This past Saturday.
No, they're not.
It proved it, and so it's a great atmosphere. The people outside of the stadium,
Yeah.
like you said, Ralph Sindrich.
Yeah.
People are talking back and forth.
Yeah.
I really like it.
You know what I hear, though? Here's the sad part. Let me ask you what you think. I hear 1 million people saying they should play forever.
That's me.
And they think Pitt, West Virginia. I agree, Pitt, West Virginia, for sure. But it's not the Penn State people saying it.
Well, never will be. No, they look down on Pitt.
Okay.
No, Penn State.
And see,
No, Penn State. I have 3 teacher friends that think Pitt's,
just laugh.
They think.
they think they're St. Francis.
Yes.
FCS.
They think Pitt's some little.
Okay,
little
and
yes.
let's take a step further with that. Penn State is looking to the day when the Big Ten adds one more game. And when they do, to get 7 home games, they're going to have people coming there.
Right.
And Pitt won't do the 2 for 1 thing.
Yeah, that's why they got rid of him. It's the same old Joe Paterno
Okay.
thing. You
Okay.
said it better. You're
No,
right.
we're right
That's
on this
Uh-huh.
one, I think.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Narduzzi.
That's the worst.
We can't let this
I
go.
won't let that go.
And what makes me mad, not that the call wasn't as boneheaded can be. He's still defending it.
Yes.
Just say, hey, you know what?
It makes me cry that
I had a brain freeze.
that a guy has been in football that long that would have anything to say about it. He just made a mistake. When you're up, when you're down a touchdown, under 4 minutes,
You need a touchdown.
you need a touchdown.
Not 3 field goals.
No, because you need to score twice. So if he kicks the field goal and makes it, the other thing I think he did not know. Now this one blows my mind. He thought, I think, that he kicked the field goal there and missed it, that they get the ball at the 1 yard line. And instead, he did not know the rules, and the ball came out to the 20, and all the fans were screaming, "The ball's in the wrong place." He just gave the game away.
Ball's in the right place.
It was,
But what hurts is the 3. Let's say it was 5-0. Then I'd say, okay.
I wouldn't mind
because
kicking
we
it
only
down.
have to get to the
Get another
35 to
field goal
win the game.
Yes.
But he had to score. No,
He had to score another
no,
touchdown.
No, remember, the score's not 63-59.
No.
It's 7. So you haven't been there all day.
He's not getting back down there again.
No. And if you do, you're getting there you're there.
Yes, on the 1 yard line.
Oh, God bless America.
Yes.
And if you miss it, you can hold them, get the ball back, do it again. They might have a safety. They could have a bad
I
snap.
agree. It was the worst decision
And Journey Brown
all year.
Hey, I got to figure he's not working hard enough in practice. Because that boy got run down from behind, and he's at 10, 200 meters.
Well, he was the fastest guy in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
I don't think he's working. Now, you know me, I'm never there. That's just my thought. He shouldn't get
You
caught
should
from
think
behind.
that. Shouldn't you think that?
Remember Herschel Walker ever getting
No,
caught from
never,
behind?
never. Julio Jones last night.
Oh, what was that? How old is he?
I laughed
How?
because they gave Matt Ryan like he did something. He threw a
12-yard
1 yard pass.
And the guy, did you see the guy pancaked the
Yes.
guy there too? And Julio Jones ran 70 yards.
But he started running,
I've never
and there was
seen
a guy here, and he was like this.
No, there was a guy with an angle too. He quit.
You can't get him. He's so different.
And how old is he?
So different.
Like he's 30.
I know. He's so different.
Oh, he said, I got a rep to maintain or something. He's not cocky at all. He's not cocky at all. Florida quarterback out for the year.
It helped him.
I said
It helped him. No doubt it helped him. The Franks kid.
Okay.
You know, Florida's defense is so good. If you don't put them in bad
Yeah,
situations,
if you don't turn the ball
Yes.
over, they're going to scoop and score or pick
they'll do
one.
something to help you out. So this kid will make the right plays. It helped him a lot. It really, that sometimes happens. And it happened to me 1 year in basketball. Yeah. I didn't know where to play this point guard. He got hurt, and my other point guard was better. I'm just telling you, this quarterback's better than Frank's.
Okay. Central Florida, they took no prisoners with Stanford. This is Stanford. No, this isn't
They
Samford.
took them out like they weren't there.
No,
Like they
it was.
weren't there.
I got a score. It was like 30-some to
awesome.
7. It was a different quarterback too. Wasn't it? It wasn't Wimbush.
No, it's Gilbert kid. They says from Hawaii, another Hawaii quarterback.
I know one thing. I'd be following that dude around when he goes to Hawaii because that's both the Tuas and this kid
Yes.
Milton.
And Milton, both Hawaii too.
I think they know.
But
something.
they knew that. They know something. The line started out at 10. It's going. I think it's right now 14.5. It's climbing like crazy because they think, wait a minute, Central Florida is,
They're going to put the score 38. Will Pitt score 28? Let me ask.
against that defense. I'd say no.
Oh, there you go. Then you answered your own
Yes,
question.
I'd say no.
A lot of games with lightning delays. My goodness.
Yeah, but I'm glad they just take it serious.
Oh, no.
I'm glad, and
No.
they clear the stadium. They do it right.
No.
I'm scared of lightning. I wouldn't want to be there. And
Hey,
I got to admit that.
I was on the top of the press box one night, all wired up.
Oh, my gosh.
I swear to God, I said, let
heart-
me just be Ben
my
Franklin
heart-
here and be done with it. I'm like,
My
Albert,
heart-
I was
my heart
more
becomes a
scared. The roof was my.
I'll give you credit for staying.
Nay,
there.
well, I
would've
didn't want to
stayed.
stay.
I'd have been gone.
I was young coach.
I'd have been gone.
Oh, God bless America. Oh, Michigan State with a 12 in the field. Is the
This
special?
guy's been there forever.
Let me ask you: is the special teams coach in Hall? Because
Oh, he fired him today.
did he?
I said I
No,
would fire him.
he doesn't seem like the kind of guy to put up.
No,
with.
I'd fire him today.
He looks like he's grouchy on his birthday. This
I'm just-
Antonio. Do you agree or not?
Yeah, and one of the things I'm big on, George will call me, and I think the head coach has 40 other things he's worried about.
You're a delegate guy.
Oh yeah, no, I think in football you got to.
Delegate.
And
Okay.
that special teams coach should have everything taken care of to the. That's all he works on all week. To that, and it should never happen. You should not have 12 guys on defense.
I'm counting them, Al.
Oh, no.
I'm like this, Al. I'm going. I thought I had 12. I said, Kim. So wait a minute. So
I
they
didn't know
redo it. No, wait. Look. Here's the best part. They found a guy for Arizona jumping over to Powell. Should have been first and goal in the 4. In other words, what are they allowed to?
You know, these guys are missing a lot of plays this year.
But what are they allowed to
You
look
notice
at?
that at all?
You hear what I'm saying? Like yesterday, when they
Referees are missing a lot.
re-looked at that pass interference, that's where Russell Wilson got decked by 51. in other words, when they saw the 12, are they allowed to see the guy leapfrogging also?
See everything.
But I don't think they are.
No, they're not. They're not doing a good job.
Okay.
I don't know if the game's too fast now. They need an extra referee out, somebody out there.
They're not getting it.
But they're not getting it.
All right, we'll agree with that. NFL quickly. San Fran stayed here. They practiced in Youngstown and won. So they'll do that every time they come east. They've done it before.
And those teams usually suffer.
Okay.
You know, the teams that go back out west, yeah, they suffer. They usually do.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Steelers are going into a beehive.
Oh, yeah, the Steelers, yeah. And I'm not as down on the Steelers as much as everybody else is. You play New England.
Yeah.
And I would think if you rated the top 12 teams in
Top four, Cincinnati.
Seattle. When you have Seattle on top?
At home, top three.
Yeah, but I'm saying, it isn't like they play, like
No.
Baltimore. Baltimore played Miami and Arizona.
No.
I can understand that.
No.
But now, I don't know. I think this might energize them. I'm going to turn it into a positive instead of negative.
And I like the quarterback. Roethlisberger playing the way he couldn't throw the ball.
No,
so he couldn't be.
So I just think there's going to be a different energy.
Okay.
I'm going to say that if the guy can play, I'm going to find out if he can play or not.
I think he can.
If Rudolph can play, it's going to be
Hey,
energy.
Al, if that Moncrief cement hands,
he wouldn't get back out.
No, he's fired.
He wouldn't get back
But
out
I mean,
there.
the one he missed,
I saw it.
ended up being intercepted.
Yes.
If it's not intercepted, the quarterback kid rating's 122.
So he can play. Yeah, he can play.
Well, you
Because he's
can't
playing
say
against
he
good
can't.
defense. Because it isn't like he was playing
No,
in
I
Seattle.
agree
defense is good.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Jacksonville goes for 2 down 1.
What do you think about it? You didn't like it?
You know I hate
Because I
it.
didn't sell it there. I
I
thought
hate
it was a great move when he did it. So you didn't like it.
I hate it. I want to keep playing.
Okay.
I want to keep playing. Maybe you'll make a mistake. Boy, the guy with the mustache.
Your boy.
My boy from Washington State.
Yeah, he was a hero at Washington State.
Well, he's going to be hero again. They're going to all have mustaches in the crowd. I can tell you that. Ravens to, like we said, we
I'll
need
wait.
to see
I'll wait
more.
to see that one.
We like Jackson, though.
They play Kansas City.
We've always liked Jackson.
Oh, yeah. You loved him. Remember that? You
Colts,
loved Jackson.
Colts, I tell you, watch the Colts. That's a nice win in Tennessee.
It is a nice win.
And this Jacoby, he's not
how
bad.
about-
We know.
There's a radio announcer that said they wouldn't win 4 games because he stinks so bad. I tried to call. I got put on hold.
No, he's a jackass.
He
doesn't know.
We've watched this guy play.
No.
Who loves him? You told me a great.
Parcells.
That's all you got to know.
Jacoby.
Parcells
loves so Mad Dog does. Who would you rather know more about football?
I know, but
I think that time
I know
Feinstein.
Brissett can play.
I told you Feinstein was arguing with Red Auerbach. The one guy said, "Hey, John."
Who are we gonna listen to? You
He
or
goes, the guy's got a 13 NBA titles. Shut up and eat your lunch.
Yes, that's true.
Breeze hurt Roethlisberger. Same. Breeze 6 weeks. Roethlisberger's season.
And we have something to say about that. Now, I know they're most times flukes. I get that. But I just think they don't play any preseason. They don't take any knocks. They don't get any hits. And therefore, their body's not used to Georgia
Can't help.
any hits. Not
Can't,
at all.
and I say more than that, missed tackles.
That's why.
It's a game of missed tackles.
Every game. Because
No
they don't
one
tackle in the
practice.
preseason.
NHL started.
No, they don't.
I just ripped it
They
up.
don't start.
Last week, they're down at Cranberry.
Oh,
The guy said, I was down watching the. I said,
You have to have a niche for that sport.
No.
No,
it's over in June.
It is.
They're practicing.
I don't want to.
You want to get down to Cranberry and watch hockey practice?
No, it's hot. I cut the grass today. I'm thinking how hot it is,
Yeah.
and they're practicing on the ice.
Yeah. Couple minutes left. NBA, U.S. hammered them World Games. We called
You called
it here.
that one.
No,
you called that one.
Well, I don't.
No, you said that. I mean, you called
but-
him. He said, their players aren't playing.
They're not
not
playing.
winning.
No,
You said Colangelo's upset, huh?
He says he'll remember who didn't go. I say when LeBron says he's coming, that's
But
it.
I'm saying to you, what's he have over? They got so much money that they would look at him.
But
They
remember,
just
how about
laugh
the
at
old
him.
days? Bob Feller,
They would
Ted
just
Williams,
laugh at him.
re-enlisting to go fight.
know.
Now the guy won't go shoot hoops. We got less than a minute. Justify flunking the drug test.
You talked about
here's
that
my
too.
question. My only question is this. Why have a drug test
If we're not
if
gonna do
failing
anything?
it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
No. And Lynn
I know.
Swan, what a terrible job Lynn
Yeah,
Swan.
he's out. He's out though.
He did it, and then Antonio Brown, another girl came out today.
I know.
He's
in
his
trouble.
own worst
He's
enemy.
in trouble.
He's a
He's
thug.
in trouble.
He's a thug.
He can't help himself.
There you heard. Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. See you next week.